This is LXBN TV, and I'm Colin O'Keefe. The popularity of gray divorce, or couples older than 50 or 55 splitting up, is growing at a rapid rate. Joining me today to examine potential causes and the challenges that come with it is Ben Stevens of the Stevens Firm in Spartanburg, South Carolina, and author of the excellent South Carolina Family Law blog. Ben, as somebody who deals with this on a daily basis, people coming into your office and explaining why things happened the way that they did, what reasons do you see for more older couples getting divorced?
Well, it's anything from people just growing apart as they get older to having different interests as they get older. And obviously, the impact of social media. Older people are now getting online with technology, becoming more accessible, and they're reconnecting with their high school sweetheart and that type of thing, and thinking they have an easy way out. And we see a lot of that.
Definitely. I mean, the way it was described to somebody else, a friend of mine, was that people grow up, they raise their kids, and then once they're done doing that, they realize they don't have anything in common anymore.
Exactly.
And second, as it's one of the primary causes, what advice would you give to older married couples for handling the challenges that come with having your spouse active on social media?
Well, I think one of the best things is just to have a common understanding about what is and is not appropriate in that relationship as far as social media. I know at my church, for instance, a lot of couples will have a shared Facebook page and that type of thing, which personally for me, that's a little much, but I know a lot of people do that. But just general guidelines with, who it's okay to talk with and who it's not, and keeping everything out in the open, I think is certainly a wise thing to consider. And then on the sinister side of it, I guess not keeping your eyes open as to what your spouse is doing, who they're talking to, if they're taking phone calls or text messages or emails they don't want you to see. I mean, those are rarely good signs in a marriage.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, those are bad. And then, the first thing you talked about, communication is always helpful. Never want anyone to be like, wow, I wish I would have communicated less with my spouse.
Sure.
And then finally, assuming a couple does indeed choose to get divorced, what unique challenges does a gray divorce or older couples getting divorced when the kid's already gone and that type of thing, what unique challenges come with that?
Well, there's several. One is, when there are not child issues involved, then most divorce cases are just fighting over money to one degree or another. Usually with older couples divorcing, there are more things to fight about. If it's a long-term marriage, they're both going to have retirement accounts, which bring their own sets of issues and how to best allocate those. There's usually a home or multiple homes to be addressed, pension plans. And one of the other things is health insurance coverage. If one spouse has not worked or it's been covered by the other one for a length of time, typically post-divorce, after some length of time, they will not be able to be covered anymore. And usually, if you're 60, 65 years old, it's not easy to go out and obtain private health insurance until you're eligible for Medicare and so forth. So those are things we see all the time with older gray divorces.
Yeah, definitely. It's something that as somebody who has friends and parents, not friends and parents, but friends with parents and just people that age going through, that time. You see it happening all throughout communities. So it's interesting to watch and interesting to examine the potential causes because we're living in an age where things are rapidly changing. Well, again, that was Ben Stevens of the Stevens Firm and the South Carolina Family Law blog. For more of his commentary, be sure to visit scfamilylaw.com, always offering insight on timely subjects, more advanced discussion on family law subjects, so be sure to check that out. And for more LXBN TV interviews, visit us at lxbn.lexblog.com. Thanks, Ben.
Thanks, Colin.